Balloon Beats. Balloon Beats.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Live. As usual, I'm your host, Patrick Hennessy. We're coming off a sweep, everybody. Hype us up. We just got swept by the Boston Red Sox. 0-6 against the Red Sox on the season. You love to see it. Hope everyone's having a great day, even though that the Yankees are just garbage. It's as simple as that, just trash. But, chat, you guys know the deal. Spam those L's in the chat. Let's go. That's how we're going to be taking attendance. That's how we're going to be taking roll call today. Today's game was an absolute embarrassment. However, listen, you guys, did you guys not see it coming today? Did you guys really not see any sort of garbage performance from the Yankees coming today? We talked about it on the pregame. Just about everyone predicted a loss anyway, so I don't know why anyone would be surprised. This is not one of those games where you guys are going to see me go on an outlandish rant to start things off, being like, I expected so much more out of this team. I'm not, bro. Who's expecting more out of this team at this point? If anybody was walking into this game today not expecting a sweep and not expecting Mr. Eduardo Rodriguez with a 6 ERA to absolutely shove, you're delusional, bro. And I consider myself delusional, but I'm not even that delusional. Let's take a 10-roll call. But before we do that, shout out to Lori with the $5 dono. Appreciate you, Lori. Give me those Brian Ferry bang, bang, bang. She says hot garbage. This team is more than hot garbage. We're like global warming garbage. We're like a dumpster fire that just exploded everywhere. But let's take a 10-roll call. You guys know the deal. We got a bunch of L's in the chat. So, shout out to Jeff, Yo Elvis. We got Austin Lugo, Diego, BJ, Dolphins Football. We got Matt, Martin. Who else? We got Brad, KG Baseball, Jordan, Dale, Yankee Fan for Life. Who else? We got Christian, Sophia, Howard. So many people. We got Jack, Marcus. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. Sorry if I missed anybody. Listen, also chat, kind of a bright side. Today was a day game, so that means it's 4:30. You guys have the rest of your Sunday to enjoy. Okay, there we go. Billy Walsh says, but you still expect a series appearance. Listen, I try. I think I'm still expecting it. Am I delusional? Sure. I'm still expecting a Yankees World Series this year. I know. I'm expecting some moves to be made that kind of point this team in the right direction. I know I'm absolutely crazy, but that's okay. That's okay. Before we get into the box score, shout out to you, Elvis, with the $2 dono. Appreciate you so much, you Elvis. He says, I hope the stadium is empty tomorrow. I really hope it's empty tomorrow. I hope the fans chant hashtag fire Boone. Let me get a hashtag fire Boone in the chat. If I don't see if I don't see 5 hashtag fire Boone, I'm dipping. Because, bro, at this point, he needs to get fired. Give me those Brian Ferry bang, bang, bang. Appreciate you for the dono, you Elvis. Bro, Aaron Boone has to hold some sort of accountability at this point. Your team sucks. Your team just got swept by the Boston Red Sox. They're 0-6 against them this season. Hold accountability for your team, Aaron Boone. Get out of here. Take the Jay Bruce route and just leave. It's as simple as that. I see a bunch of hashtag fire Boones. It looks like everyone is kind of on the same boat as I am. Fire Cashman. sell the team, Hal. Bro, do something. Justin King says McGregor versus Boone. I'd pay to see that. I would literally pay, I think I might pay $500. That if it was on pay-per-view for $500 and there's like no illegal live streams out there, right? I would spend $500 just to see Conor McGregor versus Aaron Boone. I would pay any amount of money in the world, bro. Let's take a look at the box score for today. You guys know the deal. Let's look at the lineup first to kind of start things off here. DJ LeMahieu, he's actually coming back to form. That's one of the few positives for the Yankees here. 2 for 4 tonight. His batting average is now .274. Judge went 1 for 4. He had the Yankees only 2 runs today. He had that 2-run shot over the monster. Voit went 1 for 4. And then after that, it's just a bunch of nonsense. Stanton 0 for 4. Urshela 0 for 4. Gleyber Torres 1 for 4. Gleyber Torres, just get yourself together, bro. I'm actually going to be putting up a video tomorrow, 12 p.m. It's going to be one of our recorded videos. It's going to be all about the struggles of Gleyber Torres and kind of whether or not we should be concerned about him. It's going to be a solo Pat video. So I think on the channel we only have like one solo Pat recorded video, but tomorrow's going to be another one of those, so stay tuned for that. Andujar 0 for 3. I want to talk about Andujar a bunch today, simply because I think that he's significantly overrated. His bat has cooled down a ton. I know he had 3 hits on Friday, I believe, but other than that, I mean, his bat has just been gone, and his defense isn't that good either, so I don't know. But Clint Frazier continues to suck. 1 for 3. He's not batting 187, and Kyle Higashioka. Clearly that dynamic duo with Garrett Cole didn't really work too well today, because looking on the pitching side of things from this afternoon, Garrett Cole went 5 innings, gave up 5 earned runs, 2 walks, 6 Ks. Garrett, what happened, bro? Garrett, what happened? I have questions. Do you need spider tack? I'll figure out a way to like hide it for you. Bro, I'll chuck it from like the Legends suite. I don't know. Just buy me the tickets because I'm not spending $1,200 to throw you some spider tack, Garrett. I don't know what the deal is. But Sessa went 2 innings after that, gave up 1 earned run. And Brooks Kriske. Can I honestly like ask a question? In whose mind is Brooks Kriske a major league pitcher? How does this dude get rewarded with opportunity after opportunity for being trash? I'm pretty sure he had like a 10 ERA in AAA or something like that. Comes up, bro. He's a 12 ERA in the major leagues this season. Quinn says trade Kriske. What are you trading him for? You're probably not even going to get like an Arizona iced tea for him. So, bro, Brooks Kriske, ship him to the moon, bro. Just with Gardner and also with Clint and Gleyber. Just, bro, get them out of here, please. Let's run back to the mainframe here. How we doing today, chat? How we doing? You know, it's so weird. Do you guys remember Thursday night, Thursday afternoon, actually, after the Yankees game, we had the Pat and Dan show, and me and Dan kind of discussed how significant this series was against the Red Sox, right? We knew the importance, and we knew how important it would be for the Yankees to at least take 2 out of 3. And here we are, coming off a sweep, bro. Coming off a sweep. We just got swept by the Boston Red Sox. We're 0-6 against the Red Sox so far this season. How do we sense the urgency in this team, but the Yankees don't? How? How, Sway? How? Terrible. Jeff says, I ordered the Bronx Zoom with your code, so that's good. Appreciate you, Jeff. Quality book, I guarantee it. Jeff, if you want the discount code for unhingedclothing.shop, either shoot me an email, unhingedservice@gmail.com. That email is in the description. Or you can message me on any of the social medias, and I'll shoot you over the discount code for unhingedclothing.shop. But appreciate you, Jeff. Let's see. USA Health Reform says, if the Steinbrenners allow beards again and facial hair, would it work? I think the Yankees have much more significant issues right now outside of the whole facial hair policy, but it couldn't hurt. Bro, there's no Yankee way if the Yankees don't win. I'm sorry. I deeply apologize, but there's no such thing as the Yankee way anymore. It's ludicrous. It's absolutely ludicrous, and I'm not talking about the rapper. Not talking about the rapper here. Jesus says, I can't wait to see what he says in the post-game interview. Chat, I hope that you guys keep up with the post-game interviews today because I won't be able to. I would love for you guys to kind of just throw me some quotes here and there once they do come out. Let's see what else we got here. Yankee Fan for Life says, at what point do we hold the offense accountable and no longer the management team? You hold the offense accountable. The offense has kind of been held accountable, right? But I think you hold the offense accountable if there is a coaching switch up and the offense still sucks. However, I think what it's important to remember is, like, right when the Yankees switch managers, which I'm assuming is going to be after the season. I'm sorry, like, if the Yankees don't move on from Aaron Boone after the season, I don't know what to tell you. But looking at kind of like the structure of this team right now, it's going to take a little bit for this team to adjust to a new coaching staff. And right when you give Boone the boot, I don't think they're going to come back to form right away. It's going to take a little bit of time, but I don't know. I really don't know. Big Brain Borg says there's a quote from SNY. Aaron Boone says the Yankees have the people in that room to get this done. We can't wait and look around for a magic move to make us better. That pisses me off so much. How many times have we heard that quote from Aaron Boone, bro? How many times have we heard that quote from Aaron Boone? At least 5 times this season. At least 5 times, bro. Sickening. Sickening. THE says, so Pat, you got a kid through Immaculate Conception according to Derek, I see. What is that? Oh, because I put in Derek's chat that my son saw him curse and he's crying now. Yeah, Derek. I mean, I have my son watch your video, and he was just so upset to hear you cursing. I thought it was family-friendly content. I don't know what happened, Derek. He's currently in the corner crying. I'm sorry, Patrick Jr. I apologize. I know. Derek's sorry, too. For anyone who doesn't get the joke, like, no, I don't have a kid. Like, no, that's a joke. But moving on. Yankee Fan for Life says, Pat, I can guarantee that the crowd will chant FL2V tomorrow because most of the fan base are casuals. Exactly, bro. Exactly. It's actually sickening at this point how, like, tomorrow we're going to watch the Yankees come back to the Bronx, right? Going up against the Angels, and we're going to hear FL2V chants. Oh, 1,000% we're going to hear FL2V chants. Meanwhile, they should be chanting, Fire Boone. Sell the team, Hal. The Yankees suck. I would love to see a Yankees suck chant in the Bronx. I would love to see it. Let's see. Not So Family Fun Vintage says, Derek demolished you? How did Derek demolish me? Bro, I don't get demolished. Patrick Hennessy does not get demolished by anybody. If Derek wants to demolish me, bro, Derek, hop on right now. We'll have a debate. Let's go for it. We'll go for it. Let's see. Jack says, Boone says we just need to put this behind us. Bro, we need to put a lot of things behind us. I don't even know what to say. Whatever. Jeff says, no lie, I kind of want us to suck and be rebuilt to get rid of all the casuals and leave the true fans. But you would think, right? But then once the Yankees start getting good again, then all the casuals just come back. Right now, all the casuals are already gone. If there's any casual fans still paying attention to this team, you're actually crazy. You're actually crazy. Former eBayer says, Pat, we need to boycott Yankee games. Hurt Hal in the wallet until he fires Boone. You know, it's actually kind of interesting because Yankee fans are partially doing this. I don't think we've seen a sellout yet since getting to 100%. And yeah, I'll be shocked if Yankee Stadium sells out anytime soon. Fans aren't paying money to go see this team right now. They're just not. Jonas says, I'm not watching any more games. Chad, we're going back to the theory that I came up with before. If you guys take 3 hours of your day every single day to watch New York Yankees and you don't do anything else while you watch the game, put that to the side. Be productive while you watch the games. If you have a side hustle that you do that while you follow the game. If you have to do laundry, do your laundry while you watch the game. Do not take 3 hours of your day anymore to sit down and watch the Yankees. Just don't. Who's like, bro, at what point do we kind of just diagnose the Yankees with like just some sort of like mental like problem, bro? Like they're like bipolar. I think they might have bipolar disorder because I've never seen a team be so inconsistent in my life, bro. What goes on in their heads where they're like, yeah, let's literally just walk into Fenway Park and just be the worst team ever after we were just 7-2. What goes on in those heads? And who holds anybody accountable for this, bro? How can you have so much talent but just be so bad on a consistent basis, but then be good on a consistent basis too? But then all of a sudden you flip a switch and you're god-awful again. I don't get it. As Jack says, it's almost July. This is just who they are. It's kind of true. THE says, I sadly took 2 hours of my day to watch this game, so in the last hour I was working on improving the Discord server. That's why Johnny's the GOAT. That is why Johnny is the GOAT of the chat. He improved the Discord a lot today. If anybody hasn't joined the Discord, the link is in the description. Not So Family Fun Vince says, I recently changed where I watched the Yankees. I was 19-0 before, now I'm 19-3. Yikes. Martin says, Unhinged San Francisco. Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's what we kind of have to become. But you know what, chat? Let's get some better vibes. If anybody is doing anything interesting for the rest of their Sunday, let me know. Do something happy. No joke. Chat, you guys have the rest of your day to not sit and sulk and complain about the Yankees. Go out and do something fun. Well, after I finish up the postgame, I'm just saying. Bro, go do something fun. Boost your confidence a little bit. Don't let this team bring you down. Let them bring themselves down. It's not worth it. It's not worth the stress. I'm just saying. Moving on, though. Spade says, no team in the world, I don't care if you're the best team in the world, no team is good enough to throw their gloves on the field and expect to win. And I think that's kind of what the Yankees have kind of done lately, right? I think they kind of think they're just going to go on the field and just automatically win games. It doesn't work like that. It just doesn't. I'm sorry. It's not how it goes. But listen, shout out to NYY Recap. Shout out to Derek with the $5 dono. Appreciate you, Derek. Derek's the man. Derek is the man. Not just the man. The man. Derek says, I got your better vibes hanging low. I don't know what that means. I got your better vibes hanging low? Are you trying to say, like, I have better vibes? Derek, if that's like an expression, I don't know what that means. Appreciate you, though, Derek. Appreciate you. Billy says, can't buy a base hit with runners on. Too much waiting for Sheffield, Giambi, and A-Rod to homer. Where's this team's Tino, Bernie, and O'Neill? We're going back 20 years, but that's okay. We don't have those guys. We don't. You guys are going to hear me talking about this in the video that I'm coming out with tomorrow. Kind of how I'm discussing like the impact that Gleyber Torres could have had on this team and how he just has kind of become nothing. A whole lot of nothing in this Yankees lineup. And it's unfortunate because the Yankees lineup at one point was expected to be really balanced, right? You had those contact guys and DJ and Andujar and Gleyber, and then you had the power guys and Judge, Voit, Stanton. And now it's just everyone seems like they're gunned for the home run. And it just doesn't work, especially because you don't have juice balls this year. And it's just sick. I'm sick. I'm not happy. But at the same time, I am kind of happy because I kind of expected this. I wouldn't say I'm happy. I'm numb. I'm numb to it. And I'm actually really excited, chat. Keep in mind, tomorrow night after the Yankee game, the Pat and Dan show will be live. We'll be live on this channel directly after the Yankee game tomorrow for episode 3 of the Pat and Dan show. Should be interesting because we're going to have a lot to discuss. We're probably going to, I mean, unless something really drastic happens after tomorrow's game, we're probably going to be talking a lot about the Boston series and kind of where the Yankees went wrong here. So be sure to tune in tomorrow for that. KG Baseball says, hey, Pat, do you remember that Giants fan that came in here a while ago? I bet he's doing good since the Giants are actually winning. Yeah. I wish we were Giants fans. Bro, it seems like ever since they got Mike Tauchman, the Giants have been unstoppable. Why? How? Like, going into this season, who expected the San Francisco Giants to have the best record in baseball? And if anybody in the chat's like, oh, I did, you're lying. You're a liar. You're a two-faced liar, bro. No one saw the Giants being good this year. Not one person. Liars. THG says, is there any chance that Gleyber gets sent down? I would probably say like negative 5% chance. Because at that point, who do you put in at shortstop? Tyler Wade? I doubt it. Chat, this is laughable. Is it not laughable at this point? Because I think we're kind of just way beyond the point of just being disappointed in this team, right? We're at the point where it's like, we're laughing at ourselves. Just how, bro, the rest of the league is easily laughing at us as well. It's guaranteed. Listen, shout out to Juan Rodriguez with the $5 dono. Appreciate you, Juan. He says, hang in there, Yankee fans. This team is too talented. You can blame that luxury tax. My Red Sox went through it last 2 years. Bro, listen, shout out to Juan Rodriguez, Red Sox fan who I believe he made his debut in the chat last night. Appreciate you for the dono, Juan. Give me those Brian Ferry guns. Bang, bang, bang. And I think he kind of put it perfectly. Like, the Yankees are very talented. However, the luxury tax and their inability to go over it has kind of hindered them significantly. And I think if the Yankees just kind of stopped worrying about money and started worrying about winning again, we wouldn't be in this situation. But I mean, just like Juan said, this team is so talented, but they're just not getting the job done, which is so annoying. And as Billy said, Boston and Tampa, they're scrappy. The Yankees are not scrappy. It seems like they're all home run or bust in a non-juice ball era that doesn't get the job done. It just does not. But then you have Rafael Devers just launching home runs. Whatever. Put Park at shortstop. I'd be down for that. I would be down for that. However, you guys know I'm a huge Ho-Jun Park actually homered again today, if I'm not mistaken. But the Yankees need to call up Park and Ambergy, okay? However, in order to do that, you need to clear 2 roster spots. I don't know who those roster spots are going to be. I don't know who you trade, who you DFA, but you would need to clear 2 roster spots. And also, chat, I know we haven't talked about Derek Dietrich in a while, but kind of hopping back on the Derek Dietrich train, we're talking about a guy who has an over 800 OPS in AAA so far this season. He's actually kind of doing well. He started off the season very slow, but he's picked it up a bunch. Over 800 OPS, like I just said. And it just leads me to my next statement. There was no point in getting Rougned Odor. Derek Dietrich is a much better option than Rougned Odor. I made a tweet about this today. Just to kind of vouch for the fact that Rougned Odor was useless. Derek Dietrich has better numbers at AAA so far this season. And I'm not saying that they would obviously translate to Major League numbers, but if you're kind of going based off of that, you could just kind of just assume that he would be a little bit better. Second of all, Derek Dietrich is much more versatile. Third of all, I think he would provide the same amount of energy, if not more. And Rougned Odor is under contract for next season as well, which sucks. I'm pissed. Hey Siri, play I'm Upset by Drake. Actually, don't, because I don't want to get copyright strike. Appreciate you, Amy, with the $2 dono. Give me those Brian Ferry guns. Bang, 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 bang. Appreciate you, Amy. She says, Pat, a YouTuber, Creek, gave you a shout-out. I never heard of Creek, but listen, shout out to Creek. Appreciate you, Creek, for the shout out. Appreciate you for the dono, Amy. Really do. USA says they need old school baseball, guys with speed and spark to get on base and figure out ways to score. Well, listen, USA, are you forgetting we have some of like the best contact guys in baseball? We have Brett Gardner, we have Tyler Wade, we have Clint Frazier, we have Miguel Andor. These are some of the premier hitters in all of Major League Baseball, bro. It's unreal. Brett Gardner is one of, like, the best left-handed contact hitters in the game. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I think we're set. I think we're set the way we are. Moving on. Ira says too many issues to rectify. Too left-handed, non-athletic, not enough solid starting pitching, poorly run organization, and on-field coaching. Thank you, Ira. Thank you. You worded that perfectly. I agree, 1,000%. Also, chat. I have, like, this little baseball bat pen. It's kind of fun. I feel like this is kind of the bat the Yankees are swinging lately, the way they've been hitting. Let's see. Dale says, every time we face a pitcher with a 5 ERA or higher, I fear every time that we're just going to hung up. We're just going to make them look like a Cy Young winner. Like the guy today, over 6 ERA, and we can only score 2. Yeah. No, yeah. Since Eduardo Rodriguez kind of came back from his heart issues, he's had, like, a 6 ERA. And dominated the Yankees today. I believe he gave up like 2 earned runs in 6 innings. He made Cole look like he was the worst pitcher of all time because Cole just completely imploded today. Not ideal. Not ideal whatsoever. That's okay, though. That's okay. THE says, I want Cone as manager so badly, or Buck for that matter. You know what, chat? I'm going to say this. I usually don't give Yes Network too much credit here, but they actually went in on the Yankees today for the first time in a very long time. They kind of just ranted about how this team seems to just hold no accountability for anything. They just can't seem to get the job done. They have no leaders in the clubhouse. And I really appreciate David Cohn and Michael Campanile actually kind of voicing this and kind of saying how back in the day, like, George Steinbrenner would walk into that clubhouse and give these guys some sort of sense of urgency. And I think they kind of validated the issue where Brian Cashman kind of shows up to this team, and it's not the same. Where's Hal Steinbrenner? I know, like, the whole joke of everyone is, like, where's Jacoby Ellsbury? Jacoby Ellsbury hasn't come out of hiding in 4 years. Where is Hal Steinbrenner? I feel like we hear, like, one press conference out of him, like, once a year. But this dude is just not involved in the day-to-day operations of this organization, is he? Unless it's, like, significantly, like, behind the scenes. I can't remember last time I saw, like, Hal Steinbrenner at a Yankee game. Is this dude here and they just don't put the camera on him? There's no way. I'm actually, like, baffled as to, like, what Hal does on his free time, because clearly he doesn't watch this team on a consistent basis whatsoever. But Lori says Santiago from the Mariners was caught with sticky stuff today. 10-game suspension. All right. Here's my question. Bro, how stupid are you? No joke, how stupid could you be to actually, like, go out and still use the sticky stuff, A, knowing you're going to get checked, and B, knowing once you do get caught, you're suspended for 10 games. Hector Santiago, definition of a bozo, bro. Bozo. Moving on. Not So Family Fun Vision says, every single player regresses. Judge, Miggy, Torres, Clint, Devi. What happened to him? DJ and Stanton. Should I go on? No, you shouldn't go on. Because that's just, you're preaching. You're preaching to the choir, bro. We talked about this, I think it was either last night's postgame, today's pregame, I don't remember. But the Yankees have these guys that come up and they do nothing but regress. A few guys that have only improved have been like Gio, Voit, that's it. Gio and Voit. Every single other person has significantly regressed since coming up. Simple as that. Derek says, Pat, do you think the Higgy and Cole connection is done? Probably not. I mean, I would like for it to be done, but I doubt the Yankees are kind of just going to give up on it at this point. The Yankees love that Higgy-Cole combo, and I can't really see anything changing at this point. I don't know. It is what it is. Pedro says, this is the times when you need an owner like the boss. You don't produce, you are out. You either improve or you're going to the minors. It's as simple as that. Chat, if George Steinbrenner was still running the Yankees, do you guys think guys like Brett Gardner, Clint Frazier, Rougned Odor would still be getting the opportunities that they have? I don't think so. I can guarantee you Brett Gardner would have been gone for the Yankees years ago. Years ago, bro. I think Cashman only likes him because they're kind of like twins. Bro, tell me not. Gardner has to be Cashman's like long-lost like brother or something. They just look way too similar to not be related. Maybe it's just like the bald look. Because J-Hap, the Yankees have something like for bald dudes. I don't know why. You look at J-Hap. Jameson Tyon's on the verge of that. Jameson Tyon's like almost Hap. Then you got like Paxton. You got Aaron Hicks, Rougned Odor. Chat, name all the bald Yankees. There's so many of them. Brett Gardner. Jeter. Jeter was bald. That's very true. That is very true. Litke. Yes, look, bro. Tell me not. Sometimes when I see Litke warming up in the bullpen, I think that he's J-Hap, and I get really bad flashbacks, and I'm like, oh, wait. Like, Litke's actually good. Hap wasn't. I see Chris in the chat. Shout out to Chris. Chris actually predicted Cole to have a really bad start today. I saw your comment before, Chris. I meant to touch on it. I guess you're Chris Stradamus. I don't even, like, it's not a good prediction, but, like, shout out to you for it. MYY, we got Derek in the chat still. He says this team is bolder than the cast of Breaking Bad. Fun fact, I've never seen Breaking Bad before. I know, unpopular opinion, I'm sorry, whatever. Never seen it. I don't watch TV shows. I really don't. One of the only TV shows that I've actually watched, I've watched a few, but like The Office, The Office is one of the only shows in like the past 5 years I actually like watched like beginning to end. But shout out to Ruben Cruz, the $5 dono. Appreciate you, Ruben. Ruben says send down Glaber and Clint for the rest of the year. Bring up Ambergy and Park. Get rid of Odor. Thank you. Thank you, Ruben. I think what you have to do is you just completely restructure this team. I would love to get like a notification on my phone right now and just have it say like, oh, Rougned Odor has been DFA'd, Clint Frazier's been sent down, and in exchange the Yankees have called up like friggin' Hoy-Jun Park and Trey Ambergy, bro. Simple as that. Make it happen. Not So Family Fun Man just said I'm so uncultured. Yeah, I guess so. It's the best show ever, Derek. I might have to watch it. Yankee Fan for Life says, Pat, what do you do in your spare time? It's a good question. Honestly, chat, I probably work like, I would say like 15 hours a day. No, maybe? No, I would say like 12 hours a day I'm working. Doing something. But yeah, for my free time, I like to hang out with my friends, I guess. I don't know. What, is that what you're supposed to do in your free time? I don't watch TV shows. I just don't have time to watch TV shows. Simple as that. Shout out to Pedro with the $5 dono. Appreciate you, Pedro. Waiting on those Brian Finger guns. He says why the Yankees didn't win for Lindor. Because of luxury tax. That's why. And now he's raking in that other New York team. Is Pedro actually, not Pedro. Is Lindor actually having a good season now? Because I know he started off bad. But give me those Brian Finger guns. Bang, bang, bang. Let's go. Shout out to you, Pedro. Appreciate the dono. Let me look at Lindor's numbers. Because I know he was struggling for a while. But I don't know if he kind of came back to earth for the Mets. He's batting .215 this season with 666 OPS. Well, that's kind of bad luck. 88 OPS plus. I wouldn't say he's raking for the Mets. But, I don't know. But appreciate the dono, Pedro. Really do. I agree that the Yankees kind of need to just forget about the luxury tax and just go after these guys that would be game changers for this team. I'm not saying Lindor would have been a solution, but I think he could have been part of the solution for sure. Former eBayer says there needs to be accountability. Hurt Hal's wallet. Boycott Yankee games. Boycott it, chat. Boycott. If you got tickets, sell them. If you got tickets, don't go. If you were going to buy Yankee merchandise, don't. Buy Unhinged merchandise instead. At least you know the money's going to a good cause. Let's see. Not So Family Fun says, we are talking about work, not sitting on the couch and tweet. All right. Bro, I don't even tweet. What do you mean? Chad, fun fact. I used to have a Twitter account with 4K followers, and then they suspended me. They suspended me for using copyright music or something. Permanently. Still haven't gotten that account back. Sick to my stomach about it. Let's see. USA says, do they just give up and assume 4th place AL East? I guess so. I guess that's kind of what they're looking at. All right, Yankee Fan for Life says, you have told this story before. I'm sorry. I apologize. Sometimes I like to tell the same story twice. It's not even a story. It's just a comment. Come at me, bro. Damn. I apologize. Jeez. Jordan says, my family wants to go. They don't know how painful this team is. But I think that's the thing, right? I think people just kind of go to the ballpark sometimes for just a fun day out. Unfortunately, I don't do that. But, yeah. Just saying. All right. Johnny says, I was about to say I've heard that. So it's not even a story, chat. It's not a story. If I told you guys a story about my math teacher calling me a lost cause, that would be me repeating the same story twice. But this isn't what's going on here, chat. Let me be. I try my best, all right? Damn. Juan says, I wish I could sell the Yankees versus Mets tickets I bought. Well, that would actually be kind of fun. I was thinking about going to the Yankees-Mets game when they were in Citi Field in September. That might be a fun time. Because I'm much closer to Citi Field than I am to Yankee Stadium, for sure. But USA says, why are Yankee tickets so expensive if the team record is so bad? Some of the good teams in other markets have cheap seats. The Yankees tickets are always going to be expensive, no matter what. Even if it comes down to a point where they have the worst record in baseball, Yankees tickets are still going to be a lot of money just because they're the New York Yankees at the end of the day, regardless. Irving says, my wife wanted to get us flights and tickets to watch a series in New York. I told her I'd rather not suffer and pay for it. Yeah, you're better off just going on an island getaway at that point and just actually enjoying your time rather than sitting in Yankee Stadium in 95-degree weather just watching this team suck. All right, Borg says, Pat, you look like Bill Gates. I guess it's a spitting image, right? And then Not So Family Fun Vision says, Pat looks like Elon Musk. Identical. Twins. Essentially twins at this point. USA says, Rockies games, I get $60 behind home plate and they're $500 at Yankee Stadium. Bro, $500 tickets behind home plate at a Yankee game would be cheap. I'm pretty sure those tickets behind home plate go $1,200 a piece. Easy. THG says, I do have to say you look like Michael Jordan. All right. What are we doing, chat? What are we doing? Pat, you look like you watch anime. I've never seen anime in my life. There's nothing wrong if you enjoy anime. That's just not my cup of tea. I literally, no. No, bro. Yankee Fan for Life says, Pat, what is an underrated, overrated, and perfectly rated MLB commentators? All right, ready? Overrated. The Mets broadcast booth. Completely overrated. Underrated. Matt Vasgersian, just because I think that he's just one of the best of all time, and I don't think he gets the respect he deserves. And what was the final one? Oh, perfectly rated. I would say perfectly rated is, I don't know. I guess like the Yankees booth, right? Because they're not that bad, but they're not that good either. And they're kind of just touted as that as well. But yeah. Let's see. USA says, why would they be over $1,000 if they're bad? I don't think you guys understand. Like the Yankees tickets are going to be expensive no matter how bad this team is. People are going to go, like no matter what. Tickets are never going to be cheap like the Rockies, for example. Let's see. Spade says I swear by 1 week to a hotel for how much Yankees tickets cost. That's very true. That's very, I mean, unless you want to sit in like the nosebleeds or something. Yankee tickets are super expensive for no reason. You look like Bo Bichette. Jordan says you look like Bo Bichette. I knew we were going to get that at least once today. We were guaranteed at least one Bo Bichette comment. David says, hey, Pat, at least I practiced pitching today. That's what I'm talking about. Give me some happiness in the chat. You guys have any sort of happiness in your life? Go for it. Do not focus on the Yankees and how sad they make you. Jack says Dan Schulman, when he works for MLB, then he turned local and turned into a homer. I guess so, yeah. Juan says Yankees are in a high market, so Yankees and Red Sox tickets are really high. Yeah, and chat, you know what's very interesting? The Red Sox actually sell out their stadium. I don't know if you guys could tell, but, like, bro, Yankee Stadium was literally packed today. I mean, not Yankee Stadium. Fenway Park was packed today. It's been packed all series. And Yankee Stadium, it hasn't been. It really hasn't been. I don't know. Big Brain Borg says, Pat, you look like Zach Greinke's evil twin. I kind of like that. I kind of like that one. Go for it. But chat, if we had to name one guy who's been most disappointing for the Yankees, this series, let's say, the Boston series, who was the most disappointing Yankee, you would say? Personally, I don't know. It's so tough. Cole? Spades is spamming Cole. Judge? Gary? I mean, listen, if we were expecting Gary to go off this series, but also at the same time, it's like, we weren't expecting him to do, like, too well. And also, like, Gary gets a break because he was just on a ridiculous stretch. Looks like everyone's kind of going Cole. Yeah, I guess Cole was the most disappointing, for sure. Unfortunately, like, it kind of came down to him in the last series trying to, like, avoid a sweep. But at the same time, it's tough to kind of put him in that boat to just expect him to just be the Yankee savior at the end of the series, right? And just expect him to come in clutch and just get the job done. But I don't know. He was supposed to salvage us a win. That is true. But at the end of the day, like, the Yankees only scored 2 runs off of what's his face? Eduardo Rodriguez anyway. So even if Cole went out there and he gave up 3 earned runs, they still weren't winning this game. Which is crazy to think about, bro. Absolutely crazy to think about. But, chat, with that being said, let's take a look at the Yankee schedule moving forward. I have a feeling you guys aren't going to be too pleased with it. We're now getting ready for a 4-game set against the Los Angeles Angels. And then after that, heading into next weekend, we have a 3-game series against the Mets. 3-game series against the Mets, chat, in the Bronx. And then after that, we have a 3-game series in Seattle. If the Yankees don't beat the Mariners, I'll be sick. Shout out to Joel for subscribing. Appreciate you, Joel. Bro, we're potentially looking at the Yankees just having a really rough stretch of couple games because we know every time they go to on a West Coast trip, they always seem to do bad. The only positive that we have coming up here is after the Mets series, they are going to Seattle, and they have 2 10 o'clock start times. I know you guys are looking forward to the 10 o'clock start time streams, because that means we're going to have the pre-games at 9, and then the post-games, they're probably going to be at like 2 a.m., honestly. Let's say the game takes 3.5 hours, game starts at 10, we're doing math, I don't know how, but 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1. Yeah, we're probably going to be doing post-games like 1:30, 2. Should be fun. Should be a good time. USA says All-Star Game tickets in Colorado are relatively cheap. SeatGeek has $500 for many. Not many Yankees players will be there, though. You're very true. You're very true. Shout out to Victor for following. Appreciate you, Victor. Looks like that's a Facebook follow. That's actually interesting. I never knew we got Facebook follow notifications on here. But Not So Family Fun Vision says Math Pod. This is why I come here. I'm so glad you guys come here for my intense math discussion, because that's all we could talk about now. Now that the fact we're so bad, we gotta think outside the box to generate content, bro. We might have to do another Brian Chick-fil-A taste test. That might be the content that we have to look at here. I don't know. But looking at the pitching matchups for the Angel series, I believe we're set to face Ohtani Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Tomorrow's matchup is Dylan Bundy, who has a 6.68 ERA this season against Michael King. So you could expect Dylan Bundy to absolutely shove tomorrow. That's just a given. And then Tuesday, it's Andrew Heaney versus Tyone. Expect the Yankees to lose that game as well with Tyone on the mound. And then Wednesday is Ohtani versus Herman. Expect to lose that game as well. And then the final game of the set on Thursday is Griffin Canning versus Jordan Montgomery. So if anything, I think you kind of just look at the final game of the Angel series and being like, that's the only one we're gonna win. Honestly, bro, we're screwed. We're actually screwed, bro. Expect Dylan Bundy to shove tomorrow. The dude's probably gonna throw a no-hitter. No joke. He's easily gonna throw a no-hitter. But chat, with that being said, that is going to wrap things up for today's postgame. Definitely appreciate everybody for stopping by. We had a little bit of everything today. We had a little bit of ranting, a little bit of fun. I think the important thing here is to, even though, I think we just have to realize, even though the Yankees suck lately, right? And even though they're extremely disappointing, chat, keep your heads up. I'm hoping that this team does something to improve themselves, whether if that's calling up Ambergy, calling up Park, making a big trade, doing something. But keep your heads up. Don't get too disgruntled about this team. At the end of the day, it's just baseball. Don't get yourselves too worked up. But you guys know the deal. Check out all the links in the description. Purchase the Bronx Zoom, 30% off, code Unhinged30. Message me. If you guys do use that, I'll hook you up with a discount code for unhingedclothing.shop. You could hit me up on any of the socials or email me at unhingedservice@gmail.com. Other links in the description as well. Discord, fun group chat with a bunch of Yankee fans, and Newsbreak posting exclusive content on there. But you guys also know the deal. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more. I'm going live before and after every single Yankees game this season. As far as content goes, tomorrow, 12 p.m. video about Gleyber Torres and his struggles this season. And then we got the pregame before the game. And then after the game, we got episode 3 of the Pat and Dan Show going live on this channel. So a bunch of content tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, everybody. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Thank you.